What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 57 Civ AI only world battle. Of course, we are now sort of towards the beginning of the late game. I think Korea might be a bit further ahead than the others, but for the majority of the Civs, we're starting to see sort of Great War infantry, that early modern era sort of units coming through. It's hard to describe, I don't know, but sort of 1900s units. We're in 1780 in the game, so a little different, but we are approaching the end. Not really final few episodes potentially. I'm not sure. We'll see how many we actually end up doing. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. And I don't get the Great Wall. Like I get it can't like go the whole way, but I feel like it would look a lot better if it just did go the whole way. Because this is so weird. Like, why would you just stop outside this one city? Also, oh yeah, there's a privateer. I was gonna say, why on earth is there a pirate flag? That would make sense. Privateer in there. A few wars against the Songhai just broke out, which is quite interesting. None of them particularly worrying, but yeah, France, the Inca, and Denmark won't do anything to them. But they have reasons to be concerned. Fighting Egypt, of course, already one of the tougher ones. Benin could maybe cause them some damage. Obviously, South Africa. My voice. Why can't you talk early in the morning? There we go. Sorry you had to hear that. That sounds better, though. Yeah, so that's that. A few more joining in, though. The Celts and the Huns. But yeah, Benin, South Africa, they're the threatening ones. Even the Congo at this point have a few planes, but they are occupied going after Kilwa. Songhai and Spain have ended their war, so that's the end of that one. Ethiopia going after Harappa. Okay, finally. Someone going after Harappa who's close by. I still don't see Ethiopia winning this without open borders, or even with open borders probably, but yeah, I think we've been a bit quiet about Ethiopia, but the African Civs, they're not doing too badly themselves. 4 good cities here. These 2 are okay. They got some boats. Yeah, I think we've been a bit harsh not mentioning them too much. Attila does border Harappa, but he's not getting through like a one-tile mountain valley with hills. Like, that's impossible. There's no way Attila gets anything out of this. Korea continuing to progress. Now it's starting to get a bit concerning for Mongolia, because if that city, Old Sarai, here falls, then yeah, the rest of it is going to be very open. The capital's almost likely to be next. And yeah, at that point, you're starting to worry about whether Mongolia would still be a top 10 civ at the end, because they might not have enough score if they were to lose their capital. That would be a big blow. They probably wouldn't deserve to be in it if they lost their capital, to be fair, but I don't know. I mean, it's not the most important city, it just normally is. I mean, it's not the biggest, I should say. This is at 28, 23, I mean, this is only 15, third biggest, but yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest, but obviously production-wise, I would hazard a guess that based on the mines and stuff around it, probably is, although this one's got some manufactories and some lumber mills. I don't know, but between one of these two, they're certainly the bigger ones, and this one, meanwhile, is just a lot of food. Probably not as much production. Could be an issue. Okay, Texas and Burundi joining against the Songhai, but again, they are perfectly safe from those guys. Now, Burundi are in trouble. They got a unique unit. That's pretty cool. I feel like we've never seen that before for some reason. Even though we've used them before. That is a weird looking model. Those people do not look comfortable sitting on those horses. I don't know if it's because they're facing in the other direction. Yeah, those look more normal. For some reason, these just don't look... They look like... I don't know. They look kind of weird. But these ones look normal. That's alright. And the horses actually look quite realistic, normally. See it low graphics. Okay. Oh, our submarines run out of space. Okay, I'm going to quickly do this. So I don't forget. Don't crash, please. Where is it? Land. Where is it? This one? Terrain. Your land. I hope I didn't just steal one of the Iroquois tiles. I'm hoping I didn't. Can you stay there now? Yeah, I think so. I should now own that tile. It won't show up till next time I load the game, but we should be safe. If not, I'll just put another one somewhere else and remember to give myself the tiles. There's plenty of space like down here. Texas and India piecing out. Not a big one really. Wasn't particularly following that one. Nothing happened. Japan is a very scary prospect for India now. A lot of planes, a lot of strong boats, unique boats as well, and unique planes. Japan, this should be their like golden era for them. They have, oh wow, there's another 8 planes here. So yeah, India could be in a lot of trouble against that kind of force. And a city did just fall. I don't know exactly. I knew it was in North America. Where is it? Now I'm confused. Now it looks like none. Oh no. Oh, it was the Iroquois grabbing this. Okay. So the Sioux do lose Cuba. The Iroquois connecting more of the East Coast. And now they sort of lock Texas off from the rest of the world. But yeah, that's a pretty good move from Iroquois. And we have our second, if I'm not mistaken, Manhattan Project. Because someone surprised me and got it first, right? Someone else sort of out of nowhere just sort of grabbed it. I can't remember if it was Belgium or maybe South Africa, someone like that. Just randomly got it first. But yeah, the Korean does now have it. The Celts versus Austria is not particularly a big war. Can't get to each other. Austria completely landlocked. Germany has got through most of the units now, so there is a chance with some artillery that they do conquer Vienna, and that would be great for Germany actually all of a sudden. 3 capitals in the centre of Europe. Maybe there would still be hope for them to go on and do some more cool stuff. I'm not counting them out yet. They haven't had much attention from us, but I think they could still pull it back a little bit. Benin versus Great Britain. Not super important at the moment, but yeah, Benin should definitely be in the race to grab this city. The problem is they have such a mix of units. Great War Infantry, then they had that unique unit there that's still holding some spears. The Izian Moenro? I have no idea. I won't butcher it anymore. We'll leave it leave it intact before I get it wrong again. But they look pretty cool. Whoa, they look awesome. I like the white things coming out the top, and yeah, they look pretty cool, but a bit outdated at this point. You have Great War Infantry right here. Maybe should have upgraded those a little bit. Yeah, the Songhai are doing fine. Egypt, I don't see Egypt really getting something out of this. And they have enough here, but yeah, the Songhai's got more than enough here as well to defend themselves. They should be okay, I think. South Africa. There's so much damage going on, just like randomly across the map. It's always hard to tell who's fighting each other. Ethiopia do have open borders with India, so we'll see how this goes. California, my choice to win this game, just sinking into obscurity. Ooh, Texas has planes as well now. That's pretty good. Japan with loads in the west coast and their other cities here as well. That's pretty scary again for North America. I'd be worried if I was the Chinook. They are one that I'd definitely be nervous. Korea and Japan bordering you is pretty scary. In fact, that is probably the scariest combo possible. Oh, this city's so close. Probably next turn it's going to fall to Korea. 2 Sicilies versus Great Britain again. Not really. Yeah, they can't get to each other. Too difficult, I'm afraid. Belgium with paratroopers now. Interesting. Korea does not have those, but they have better. Pretty much every other unit, they're a level ahead. They just don't have those, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, the Chinook. The Shoshone have been embargoed, and the banning of nutmeg, which seems a bit harsh on Indonesia, but there you go. It's done. Korea now leading the way with 700,000 soldiers, 80% technology. Well ahead of average. The Iroquois still leading these 4 other categories, more size-based categories: land, crop yield, production. Production's not so much. I'm surprised more by that one, and gold as well. And then Samoa, miles out in front still in population. It's been a while since they have overtaken Brazil. Surprised Brazil is not caught up. I mean, obviously they might be like 1 behind. I don't know. It doesn't show you like what the difference is to second. Brazil could literally be 1 person behind all the time. Probably not, but sure you get what I mean. France versus Austria again, not quite as big as you'd hope. They're just not really near each other. France with infantry, that is very impressive. Where the heck? How did you do that? I have no idea, but that's a surprise. That puts you ahead of Belgium on at least infantry levels. That's very impressive. I don't know if they maybe gifted them or something. Yeah, no, they must just have rushed it or something. I don't know. Persia v Burundi, not too important. And there we go. Oh, Shanghai falls back to Mongolia. Oh, nice. I did not see that coming. But they're probably going to lose 2 cities then. Actually, they probably won't lose this immediately, but they'll probably lose this one. So it will be a trade. Oh no, they lost both of them. Never mind. I jinxed it. Sorry. Sorry, Mongolia. Didn't mean to do that. But it always happens. We always give some civs the nice jinx. So many denouncements. Good old... I don't know. I assume it's just because they're all asking each other to denounce each other and they're all saying no and yes, and it's all just a mess. I've now fully experienced what happens when the AI all turns on you in my 2 Sicilies Let's Play, although I've handled it very well. Mostly because a lot of them were not neighbours, and I don't know, also just we've done very well at handling it. I put all my cities in like strategic places. So that was good. So I think I proved my point when I said earlier in this series that I think the 2 Sicilies should be doing a lot better and their strategy was wrong, and that they should just not have any land units and just go all for boats. They really should, because it works. These steam frigates, they can pack quite a punch, but they're not really using them effectively. I mean, the 2 Sicilies at this point, it's their own fault. Like, why have you not attacked Carthage? Like, you would easily conquer them. Why have you not gone after Egypt? You could easily grab these 2 northern cities. It doesn't really make sense for them anymore. They have so many units. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in them. I think we saw they were like in the top 10 for military when that list popped up. Maybe a bit lower. So yeah, very disappointed in them. Not for doing more this game. But oh well. There's still time. And maybe they'll get in the top 10 anyway. Who knows? Not me. I mean, I haven't really looked. Score. Where is it? It's in here. How are we looking? 650. I'm trying to work out what would be the benchmark. 1,208 for the Iroquois. Let's say 750 and just see how many civs have more. So the Iroquois have more. Mongolia have more. Just. Korea have more. That's 3. The Huns have more at 4. Brazil 5. 6 South Africa. 7 Belgium. 8 Japan. 9 Samoa. So 750 gives you 9 civs. So at the moment the cutoff, I don't know, and no one else had 700. Like, so something around 647. India maybe. I don't know if they'd be 10th there. Who would be 10th? Who is the nearest to 750? Let's have a look. India had 647, 654 for Ethiopia. 654, 655 for Texas. Okay, so as it stands, Texas would be 10th, and then the rest was pretty. 9, as expected, was Korea, Japan, Mongolia were just clinging on in 9th, obviously a bit clearer of the whole top 10. The Huns, so that's 4 of them. Samoa was the 5th member. South Africa was in there at 6, or not in any order. 7, Brazil. The Iroquois was in there with 8. Belgium, yeah, and then Texas was the best of the rest, back about 100 points behind in 10th. So that's what it is for now. Those are the civs that would make the vote. There'd be some unlucky civs missing out in that scenario. Who do I think would be unlucky the most? I don't know. Based on that list seems pretty fair. I think Samoa, maybe, not even that they've not done, they've got stuff in Africa as well. I feel like maybe Samoa is the least impressive, but I don't know. These 2 are still fighting each other off. I think that's fairly well deserved. I don't think there's anyone that can have too many complaints. I'm surprised maybe that the 2 Sicilies are below Texas, but even Texas isn't tiny. They're doing fine. So yeah, I mean, I would be happy with that list. I know you guys probably won't if you picked someone else who's just missing out, or have a favourite who's just missing out. But it will definitely change. I mean, that Texas place, there was 4 civs within 1 point. It went up 4 points. So it's it's certainly not over. There will still be civs that die, maybe drop out of that top 10. Mongolia is the obvious potential candidate for that at the moment. But certainly some of the other ones who are vulnerable too. Japan v Korea could happen. The Iroquois could just like kill Texas, then they're off the list. So anything's really possible. The only ones who are probably safe are, I'd say, Brazil, maybe Samoa. And then Samoa still need to get a lot of, like, keep maintaining the points. Brazil probably just, safe, but they're not doing much. So they need to make sure they keep their score going up. South Africa could still do a lot of things, or, there's a lot that could change. So don't worry. Ethiopia, the 4th civ to go freedom. It's becoming more popular. I think we're going to start seeing some revolutions towards freedom at some point before the game is over. Maybe not, but I have a feeling it seems the most popular ideology now. With a couple of civs recently going that way, and it's definitely the one when you look through the ones that have gone order and autocracy. Most of them want to flip to freedom, so we'll see what happens. Could well happen. Could be the case. New research agreement. This city is definitely going to fall. Oh, citadel placements just going crazy around here. But yeah, Benin should grab this. And how is the rest of this looking? Congo is still... Yeah, they should grab this, I think. They should get this city. And then, even the capital at this point could fall just with the help of planes. There is an artillery unit, although I think it's one tile too far away, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it should probably be the end of Burundi soon. So that's quite exciting. Not for Burundi, but for the future of Africa. It will be very different once that's been completed. I'm surprised the Mayans aren't doing better. They have 3 okay cities. I feel like they could have done more. And they have the Panama Canal, which is always useful. Although they have like 3 boats, so not so useful. Brazil with submarines. That is going to hurt the Mayans a lot. That's probably why they don't have many boats. They're probably all getting sunk and they don't even know where from. Brazil, of course, still at war with the Mayans from ages ago. Even though Brazil's not really gone after it. And they now have their own planes too. But yeah, Brazil's not really tried anything. They've not been too adventurous, just settled where they could. And that's been enough for them this game. Normally it isn't, but this time it has. Egypt has entered the modern era. I believe that is Burundi entering the atomic era. Which surprises me, but... No, is that Burundi? Don't break, please. Yeah, it is Burundi. Okay. And Pocatello has entered the modern era. So that's the Shoshone, right? Still fighting the Sioux, that capital looking a bit low. I see the Iroquois involved as well in that one now. They've gone from being enemies for so long to now on the same team against the Sioux. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would be the case? But here we are. Turn 185. 15 turns away from turn 200. We'll probably go a bit beyond that. I think that would be the right thing to do. We're not quite as far in as I thought. Korea was racing away. I was a bit concerned. But yeah, once they get to sort of the end of the tech tree, that's when the results will be. It'll probably... Yeah, I don't know. We'll speed it up at some point. But for now, at least, we'll keep going. I think that's the right thing to do. How's Russia looking up in the corner? All alone. I wonder if they could get in on Mongolia falling apart. Probably not, but would be interesting. But the Mongolians put up a good fight. They reconquer Shanghai again, but doesn't look... Yeah, they're not getting this one back. So that's a blow. They could do the peace deal at some point. But yeah, Korea looking very good, but not like a runaway massive civ. In fact, we know their land is less than the Iroquois, but you can even see it on the minimap. Like the Iroquois looks tiny. The Koreans look tiny in comparison to the Iroquois Empire, which is definitely the biggest country in the world at this point. Korea reconquers New Sarai. Wait, where is that? Wait, now I'm confused. Oh, that's down here, isn't it? Okay. That makes sense. I was like, where on earth is... I knew Old Sarai, but I was like, how did Mongolia get it back, let alone Korea retake it? But no, there you go. Korea moves into there. And that's a surprise. Indonesia's still looking really strong. Lots of planes, good population. Maybe they still have a part to play in this game. I haven't given them much recently because I haven't really done anything. But with those planes, could get something done. Samoa's here as well, still big population. I mean, Australia's not looking too bad anymore either. They seem to be doing okay. Why did you have to put a citadel there? That makes no sense. No idea, but fair enough. It's up to you, not me. Like, don't let me tell you what to do. The Shoshone has gone order, so we're finally starting to see those final few civs pick their ideologies. Still some interesting choices being made. Probably the most diverse game for ideology I've ever seen. Normally it is just one dominant one and one small one and the other one's completely ignored. Here we've got all three actually competing with each other in some senses. The freedom one's obviously, I think, given a bit of a boost, but yeah, it seems to be very close. I mean, ideology, you got all the order civs, all sort of going through patches of resistance and revolutionary waves, but they're fine for now on overall happiness. Freedom nations, even the freedom nations are starting to struggle. Ethiopia wants to switch to autocracy, but their happiness is fine. How does India have 100 happiness? That is crazy. And then autocracy, some of these have also got problems. Like, none of them, there's no like right answer. It's crazy. Which is probably the best reflection of real life we may have had. I don't know. Is that not too controversial? I think that's okay. There's still plenty of civs that haven't picked one, actually. I thought there wouldn't be too many left. The Celts haven't got one. Persia's going to take a long time. I'd guess they'll probably be last to get one. Siam, probably a while away as well. Obviously, one of the reasons is the requirements. You need 3 factories. If Siam, Persia can't get 3 factories because they only have 1 city. And the other requirement is to like research technology that's further down the line. And as they're small, that's going to take them even longer. So it's kind of a bit harsh on some of the smaller civs. Europa as well, only 2 cities. The Mayans, a bit disappointing. Maybe a lack of coal or something has cost them there. Byzantium do have 3 cities. I'm very surprised they've not got one yet. Again, it might be coal more than anything is the issue. Morocco have enough cities, so again, maybe a bit surprising there. And again, it might just be lack of coal to build the factories. Austria only have 1 city, so again, they're probably not going to be able to get it till they get better technology. Carthage in the same boat as well with the technology and only having 1 city. Did Carthage still only have 1? No, they have this one. Oh, but Morocco is absolutely spammed. Spammed them with citadels in Carthage. No comment on the shape of what remains, but we're very mature. Oh, another one sort of here. Very mature channel, this one. Nothing going on over there. You're definitely not shaped like a mini Scandinavia or anything. That is quite funny. That one's not so. This one's not so much. This looks more like a catapult. You know, you just need to string it back and phew. But this one certainly does look a little bit more funny. But we'll move on swiftly to go back to the serious coverage that we provide here on this channel at all times. Highly professional content only. Benin set to conquer this city this turn now, I would imagine, and Congo as well, likely to grab this one. Russia, Siam. What are you up to, Siam? You just sat here. Your city is still in resistance. That's really sad. They just need to get a courthouse. Come on, you can do it. The Harappans are doing fine defending against Ethiopia. They're actually like breaking out. The problem is they are losing units, and eventually someone like India will go, okay, they're weak enough now, let's go. And then Japan will probably attack India, and it will just be all a cycle. Then Korea will attack Japan. Then Mongolia will make a recovery. Then Attila will attack Mongolia. I won't get your hopes up. That probably won't happen. Germany's still trying to get at Vienna, and they are getting closer, but there's a long way to go till they've sieged it out completely. But 59 city defense is pretty low, considering the sort of era and the cities around it, so it may well be fine. Germany may be able to get this done and eliminate Austria, and, you know, put themselves in an interesting position, controlling Poland and Austria as we sort of enter the early Great War era. Who knows what Germany will be up to next? Denmark has stacked. So many of these civs have just stacked so many units. They've been very, very peaceful at times. Denmark's one right now. And I guess Belgium's in there as well. Spain, they've all just been building units, not doing anything. But yeah, Denmark with a crazy number of units here. He's sort of being kept trapped in by Belgium and their planes is a little bit concerning for them. Here we go, Benin. Surely you get it done. To have done this with cannons against an 88 defense is quite impressive, but there you go. They conquer the city of Muyinga off of Burundi, and I think Congo now, with their turn, should be joining them. There is a cavalry unit here, so as long as they get the order right, this should be fine. And they are making slow progress against Burundi's capital too, so there's a chance Congo gets all of it, and that would be Burundi eliminated completely. One less civ in Africa. I said there's going to take some team efforts, Benin and Congo working together to get rid of Burundi and grow their own score is great for both of them. And obviously we saw Songhai taking out Mali, so there's still lots of competition going on within Africa. Congo's turn is taking forever. It always happens when you watch them, but there we go. They conquer the city of Kilwa. That connects to Madagascar that they already have. They also get Mount Kilimanjaro as a wonder. And yeah, now they'll be going after the capital, and it's in the yellow, so they'll certainly, I think, get that now. They're coming from two sides as well. They should be able to grab hold of that, I would imagine. And that would be great for the Congo. Cuts South Africa off as well, limits their expansion while you've gained some more points. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Congo v Benin at some point. Maybe Congo and the Songhai teaming up on Benin. That would be a smart move. Obviously, once the Songhai is free of Egypt, or teaming up with Egypt against Benin too. Don't know what Byzantium's up to. I see they're sort of crossing over here. Samoa taking their turn. And there's a Chinook. And that, guys, will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.